Thank you so much for attending my presentation about the quest for the saddest Pokemon, and while I normally talk about what that means, it's just the saddest Pokemon. What the fuck do you want from me? First up, I want to talk about Stonejourner. It looks pretty okay on the surface, but got absolutely shafted with some awful stats and a bad ability. Power Spot is unique in that it boosts your partner's moves, but only works in doubles. Since for some reason this is its only ability, Stonejourner struggles to get much done in singles. Any special attacker absolutely destroys it, and while 125 attack is pretty good, it's not fast enough to be threatening consistent damage against even PU Pokemon. Well, at least it's good in doubles, right? Wrong. Stonejourner has seen sparse usage, but has never been very strong as it dislikes having to deal with two opposing Pokemon at the same time. There are a lot of new Pokemon like this that just can't keep up with power creep, but this one feels extra bad. Before it got access to Imposter, Ditto was one of the worst Pokemon ever created. It had to manually use Transform, and because of its low speed, it'd have to endure a hit with its pitiful base stats. With defenses in the 40s and essentially zero resistances, it didn't see actual success. Since finding a turn to transform is nearly impossible, Ditto would more often than not end up taking a big hit and dying, or released enough damage to where it can't do its job anymore. Ditto can't even use the Choice Scarf to at least outspeed opponents after transforming. The only way to do that is by using the fucking Quick Claw, a bad idea to say the least. Ditto's pretty bad, but at least it became much better after DPP. You know what hasn't? These goobers, who all share similar traits. They have some of the best bulk around, possessing sky-high defensive stats and would almost guarantee themselves a niche in a higher tier. However, they get completely screwed move pool-wise. None of them have a recovery move, a trait that's getting more and more important, but honestly lack good moves in general. Take Dusknoir, for example. After a brief OU stint in Gen 4, where it wasn't even that good anyways, and fell off a fucking cliff. It doesn't deal that much damage, it doesn't have hazards, and it gets like one status move. This is the story of most of these guys. You need good moves to win games, and they're unfortunately left out to dry on all fronts. And finally, after trying to find the most depressing Pokemon around, I saw what had been right in front of my eyes this whole time. Unknown. Unknown is really bad, like really, really bad, but not in an interesting way, more like a why did Game Freak do this kind of way. Unknown learns one move, Hidden Power, which can also be learned by almost every Pokemon in the game. Despite it being created for Unknown, it struggles to take advantage of bad offensive stats and worse defensive ones. It goes without saying that Unknown has never been good. I mean, this guy has nothing to do. Even with the choice specs, it pales in comparison to mediocre psychic types like Hypno. Yeah, it's not very good. In conclusion, even though these Pokemon aren't that good, it doesn't make them any less funny, which is of course the most important thing. Thank you so much for watching.